Welcome back to Inside Post Challenge, part of the Road to the Breeders' Cup, sponsored by Adequan. This week we're going to take a look back at the Super Derby.
Hi everyone, I'm Ed DeRosa alongside Tom Law, out here to take a look back at the Super Derby. And Tom, you have some big news.
I sure do. Congratulations goes out to Linda A. from Arroyo Grande, California. She not only had the winner in Regal Ransom, but she also had the try for the weekly contest. So she is the Inside Post Weekly Challenge winner. She actually, a few other people also had the try cold.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
She wins on the timestamp tiebreaker, which is our tiebreaker. You got to get your picks in. Whoever has their picks in first gets credit with the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of first, Regal Ransom pretty much first all the way around, first under the wire.
Yeah, I think one of the things we heard about in criticizing the Breeders' Cup expanding the number of races is that it gives horses a chance who might not excel at a mile and a quarter to pick a different distance, and to me Regal Ransom fits that criticism to a T. I'd like to see him stretch back out and try the mile and a quarter. I liked him in the Derby, as we talked about last week, but a horse like that, why not go 2 turns at a mile and just use that controlling, cruising speed in a race like that? If he handles the synthetic, I think he'll be awfully tough in the mile.
Yeah, he hasn't obviously been out on the synthetic yet, but hadn't been out since the Derby. Was being asked to do quite a bit in the Super Derby against, a pretty competitive field, a good group of horses that they lined up, a small group but pretty talented. The other challengers, Blame, Masson, Soul Warrior, they kind of followed him right all the way around the track and could never make a run at him.
Right.
Godolphin just continues their huge run. Saeed Bin Sarur, his team led by Rick Matee in New York, I mean, their horses are just firing. I should also note that Regal Ransom, who was a purchase for them last year along the trail, they also had Midshipman, who also won a race at Belmont Park. They had Vineyard Haven, who came and ran a huge race in the King's Bishop, was disqualified in second. Those were kind of their 3 horses going into the Triple Crown season, who didn't really pan out during the Triple Crown season, but are now panning out maybe at the end of the year when really it's most important.
Yeah, and the thing with them, and someone mentioned this on Twitter, follow us at T-Times, but the conversation was that Godolphin could go into the Breeders' Cup with all these horses running third off a layoff, which a lot of people feel is a horse's best race in its form cycle. Without a doubt, Saeed Bin Sarur could be loaded. They have Delegator running this weekend in the QE2 over in Europe. Breeders' Cup mile candidate, Regal Ransom in the dirt mile, maybe Midshipman, maybe Vineyard Haven. The boys in blue are definitely one to watch this fall.
Join us back later in the week when we take a look at the Kentucky Cup Classic from Turfway Park. Thank you and good luck.